Hello everyone and welcome to Riga, the capital of Latvia, sitting on the banks of the river Daugava. Beautiful morning here in Riga, the central market, one of the largest and oldest markets in Europe, always a bustling area, great place to get a bargain. We're here for the Titlis Glacier Mountain Women's World Curling Championship 2013. It's all happening here at the Volvo Sports Arena. And our featured game today in draw 12 of the round robin is Canada against Germany. I'm Alison Walker, and with me Kenny Edwards, bringing you live commentary on a crucial round robin game. And the early birds are in to watch this first session of play. American and Canadian fans out to see their teams in action. And here are the lineups for Germany. The lead, Karina Scholz. At second, Stella Heiss. The German third is Imogen Una Lehmann. With the hugely experienced skip, of course, Andrea Schopp. For Canada, their lead, Lisa Weigel. At second, Alison Kreviazuk. Emma Miskew is their third. And their skip, Rachel Homan. So there are the standings after draw 11. Scotland and Sweden leading the way on 6 and 1. Russia and Canada backing them up. Latvia still without a win. Germany on 3 and 4. So still an awful lot to happen, an awful lot to play for. And elsewhere in this session, it's Japan against Sweden, Scotland against Denmark, and Latvia still looking for that first win against the United States. Stone colours, Canada the reds, and Germany the yellows. As Karina Scholz gets us underway, the German lead, 23 years old, 13 years curling, and time to get a comment from Kenny on how this game will pan out.
Yeah, thanks, Alison. Well, I think both these teams coming off a defeat will probably be a little nervous going into the first couple of ends. So don't expect to see too many stones in play.
But
what we have seen of this team Canada is they don't mind stones lying around. Maybe get themselves in a little bit of trouble at times by being a little bit too aggressive. But I think Canada probably going into this as strong favourites. Not a great start for Lisa Weigel. Usually so accurate with the takeouts. Canada with last stone advantage here in the first, so I don't think we'll be too concerned that they had a miss at the first stone.
Long way to go in this one. A reminder of the rules of play for you: 6 ends minimum, 73 minutes for each team. And of course the coach interaction, but the clock does continue to run. We've had too many timing issues this week, Kenny, have we?
No, we haven't had too many. A couple of teams running fairly close, but the guys have got 73 minutes. It's more than enough to play 10 ends of curling. Bella Heiss for Germany.
Okay, good so.
Does make contact with the red, but rolls away. So, chance now for Rachel Holman.
Tick schneller. Warte. Okay.
And there's the Canadian second, Alison Kriviazuk, 24 years old, 13 years a curler. She's a Viet sales rep from Ottawa. And a silver in the World Juniors in 2010.
Or it picked, I don't know.
I don't know, like I asked Alex she threw it in practice and she said hers was near there and stayed straight.
And it doesn't matter what team Canada bring to these championships, they're always going to be there or thereabouts, aren't they, Kenny?
Yeah, they sure are. Got such a lot of good teams over there in Canada, playing at such a high level all the time. Probably field around 20 or 30 teams that would be competitive at a world level, whereas most of the other European countries could only field 2 or 3.
I did notice Rachel having a little yawn there. I think we all feel a bit like that this morning. This first game's always the one to get the body moving and takes a wee bit longer perhaps. The early session.
That's good, guys. That's good. Nice judge.
Imogen Lehman, the German third, 23 years old as well. Seems to have been around for a long time.
Yeah, it certainly has made a difference coming into Team Germany's lineup. Been around for a couple of seasons now, playing with Andrea Schupp.
And Emma Miskew, the third for Canada. She's a project coordinator in the Senate of Canada. And also part of that juniors winning team in 2010. More like just getting a feel for things at the moment, Kenny. Nothing too dramatic at this stage.
I'll throw what I did in the...
Yeah, certainly, Alison. I think, like I said, both teams suffering defeats yesterday evening. So maybe just a little nervous coming into this. Canada and Germany really can't afford to drop any more games.
Yeah, a reminder, Canada are on 4 wins and 3 losses. Germany on 3 wins and 4 losses. So they're in kind of mid-table, if you like, mid-ranking. So getting the wins on the board are important today.
No, I don't understand.
Last night, Germany lost out to Denmark. They've been having too good a week. Narrowly, 6-5. Canada lost out to Sweden, 8-4. Losing 4 in the last end.
Good print there, Allie. Same way as them? Yeah. Okay. Be a little faster this time. Yeah. You probably won't go as far out either. Okay. She over-rotated a little bit. Okay. Same as practice?
No.
Pretty close,
Not for this side.
And the Canadian skip, Rachel Homan,
This side? Emma?
19 years curling.
It wasn't the same as this. There was a little bit.
Born
but
curling, it
slower.
seems.
Okay, a little slower than practice.
She's a personal trainer. Living in Ontario.
Yep. Gotta get it in, hard.
Is it going to make it?
No, it's just going to pull up short.
Sweet.
So, chance to maybe apply a bit of pressure for Germany. And force the single point here.
To the mat. Keep track. Keep lagging. Warten. Es geht. Wow. 7. Länge ist gut. Länge
This
ist
one
gut.
just needs to sneak in behind the guard. Line's looking pretty good. But just catches the red. I think we'll see
Ich dachte eben, dass nicht
Rachel
geht.
Homan.
There's a wee chance though for Germany to get a wee advantage. So back to plan A for Canada here. Last stone of this first end.
Hard. Really curl.
And off they both go, so first end blanked.
Plank.
And after one, Canada nil, Germany nil. Means, of course, that Canada retain the hammer.
So into the second end here at the Volvo Sports Centre. And Germany trying to eke out an advantage over Canada by throwing the tight centre guard. Now, will we see Rachel Homan employ the same tactic as she's been asking Lisa Riga all week, but I don't think she is.
It looks like there's gripper marks
Been
for a
quite
lot of
split
carrying.
on the tight guards. This was maybe just a little bit too tight, so I think he's going to go for the straight corner guard. fairly tight.
Haley's.
Probably tighter than they would
That's
like.
what I like. You know what I mean? Like, it just takes like one rock and all of a sudden it's full.
But like this.
So Karina Schultz has a chance to
Geht kurz
play
aus.
the in-turn draw.
Ja! Wow! 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 Ja! 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 Linie! Linie! Nur Linie! Linie! Alles Linie! Linie! Oh.
Just
Super,
shaves
gut
past it.
Gut gewischt. Gut gespielt.
And nicely placed.
Okay, just back line.
Should be a
Real
little
nice
slower
draw in
over
behind.
here, right? Back line. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can throw a little extra.
Oh, the reason Canada are coming this way, so if it does overcurl and catch the yellow, they would roll down in behind the corner guard.
Yes! Weights down! Weights down! Whoa, whoa.
Wait.
So that one just overcurling. So Germany with a real chance.
Das läuft schon normal, ne?
Ja. Ja.
Sitting two in and around the 4-foot area. And a chance to guard them.
Zwei! Ja! Linie! Ja! Ja, Linie! Von fünf! Zwei! Das geht! Weiter! Weiter! Weiter, noch ein Stück! Noch ein bisschen, noch ein bisschen, noch ein bisschen. Weiter, 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 weiter. Wir gehen noch ein Stück. Noch ein Stück, noch ein bisschen. Wow.
Let's see how we're faring elsewhere. On sheet A, Japan against Sweden. First end. Last stone from the Japanese skip.
ちょっと曲がってないな。
Yeah, looking for a piece of the 4-foot.
Did look a bit speedy at one point there, but I think she's all right. Yep. She gets her one in that first end. Japan 1, Sweden 0.
Pass auf, dass du dich weit genug ausrichtest! Guck mal, du bist ganz rüber. Nur Linie! Zwei! Drei!
Yeah, Germany's still sitting one in behind the long centre guard.
Ja! 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 Okay.
Just catching that guard.
Der war halt 4 Meter schnell.
Yeah. Split our top.
That's fine, or this is good.
Yeah.
Just split the top.
Split the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think backline would punch it through.
Hmm?
The
No.
backline, no.
No, just try to hit like a third of that one and roll it over.
So
Is
the-
it a bit tighter than the
can
top?
hear
Do you think it'll be a bit slower?
What
No,
the
I
call
think
is,
it'll
they're
be
just
good.
looking to try and split the red. It's sitting top of the 12-foot. Maybe push something in behind the corner guard.
Yeah! One light! Hard! Whoa! Whoa! Yep!
Wait,
Whoa!
light!
Yep! Yep! Hard!
Straight tap.
Hard!
And actually overcurled and might have promoted that one in for shot. It's fairly tight now.
There's not much to choose there, is there?
Spielen erst noch
I
mal
think it's
so.
still yellow.
Komm fest! Zwei! Weiter! Weiter geht's! Komm fest, noch ein bisschen! Noch ein bisschen! Weiter, 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 weiter! 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 Nur ein Stück, nur ein Stück, nur ein Stück, der geht noch ein bisschen! Komm fest, was geht, nur ein Stück! Nur ein bisschen, nur ein bisschen, nur ein bisschen! Jedes bisschen, jedes bisschen! Okay.
So it covers the gap. Well, leave.
We could go with the center one.
And do what?
Well, it's a nose hit.
I'm sorry?
If we peel
This
the
one?
center one. Yeah.
Earl Morris, coach of
Like
Rachel
double
Woman.
peel off.
I think that
Can you try
comes
and
back in.
splash? No, like thick.
You go across the face.
No, thick. Roll it on the inside.
I know, but this is gonna come off here.
Okay,
You can
whatever
try
you
it.
want.
You're gonna have to go thick though.
So I like actually
Oh,
pulling
really?
the centre guard onto the outside red. Go across the face, you're pushing the red towards the forfeit area.
Okay.
You're opening up one side of the sheet. So as we look at that shot, just drive it towards the right.
Yeah.
Is that the final decision?
Whoa.
I think they're taking it the other way though. No, they took it that way. Yep, that was the call. It's too risky driving it the other way. You might push something into the house.
There's the Germany coach, Rainia's shop. How much use is that there?
Same thing. My last go touching the line, there was no chance. Okay.
Well, it's probably an easier rip being right on the centre line. Got to be careful we don't drive something back in. I'd like to see one of them yellows move as well. Pretty straightforward. Just to throw another guard on this.
Just checking who is counting there.
Ich denke auch. Ja.
Ja, es hilft eh nichts.
Nee.
It does look like yellow.
Zwei, drei, so.
Zwei bis drei. Nur Linie. Sauber. Ja. Wow. Ja. Ja. Wow. Gut. Gut so.
Yeah, so
Gute
Germany
Länge.
do cover
Seems to be moving, eh?
Yeah, it is. Allie
the
wasn't
outside
very
edge of the
confident,
red.
though.
I think if you come down, catch 3/4 off the red guard, drive it back onto the yellow on the right, might come off the back of the one on the left and go down into the 12 foot. So just trying to open up a chance to get at the The red and the yellow in the button area. Takes it right through though. I think that was plan B.
I think that was plan B, but it worked. It was a decent end result.
Sneaks through the gap, drives the red onto the yellow, moves it from play, and sits pretty much guarded.
Looking at the hair, it's
At least the guard stays, yeah.
See, there's maybe just a gap there.
Andrea could do the same or do similar. But it is quite a risky call, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly is. That's a fairly tight gap up there.
So let's see what Andrea Schopp can come up with, her final stone.
Yeah!
okay.
Deswegen hätte die erste Guard weiter vorkart.
Just that's a lot, right? Yeah. Warm it up if you can. Slow it. Yeah. Sorry, I think the
You see it, the one
side's,
red.
a lot slower than the other one.
Stone counting in the house. Canadian stone.
I don't know. I think it's going to be like at least 6 feet heavier.
Canadian fans enjoying this first end, second end rather.
I think it's going to be similar to this one. I got to give it a good extension.
Okay, sounds good.
So last stone of this second end on the Canadian skip.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, just needs to hit the paint.
Be steep, guys. You got it, you got it. At least T. Whoa.
And that one pulls up, and it will be a score of 2 for Canada. They lead 2-0 after 2 ends.
It's quite a bit heavier.
It's out there. It's out there. It's not moving yet. Whoa, Allie, whoa. It looks heavy.
Looks like lots, guys.
So we're into the third end of our featured game between Canada and Germany. Live coverage from the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championship here at the Volvo Sports Arena in Latvia. First scores to Canada in that second end. Canada did get a little bit lucky for the final 2 that they got, Kenny.
Top 8.
Yeah, certainly. I think Rachel Holman went to peel the guards, but manages to get the run back and stick, which set up the chance. Really didn't do anything
It hasn't curled yet.
too exciting in the second end, even to pick up the 2. It's just one freak shot, really, that's set up the deuce.
Good judge, guys. Oh,
Yeah, but you take it no matter how you get it.
yeah, I think you can leave them.
So I'm interested to see how Germany, this young team, combat the 2-shot deficit. And it looks like they're going really aggressive by throwing 2 corner guards.
Nur ein bisschen, weiter. Die müssen einen Tick näher ans Haus.
Let's check on Scotland against Denmark on sheet C into the second end there. That's the Danish skip, Lenny Nielsen, with the final stone. No score in the first end. And in the house for 2 for the Danes. So first blood to them in that game. Scotland 0, Denmark 2.
Just catching an edge with that one. While we were away, Canada tried to peel one of the corner guards and missed everything.
Yeah, don't make too much of an adjustment. You were really close.
Yeah,
Just has to come up
felt
there.
like I was sliding really tight.
Clean. Yep.
So it does make the double peel and removes the yellow and the other yellow. So nice shot, Milson.
Wenn's geht, ja, der war eng.
Das geht nicht.
Oh,
Länge ist
lang,
eher länger.
Lang
Das
ist
hat
lang,
gereicht.
lang ist lang.
Would have thought Andrea Schopp would have drawn round the corner guard. Maybe think it's a little long, that red.
It's still curling a bit, but in practice it like
Went crazy.
yeah.
Normal.
Hey.
Listening to the players' observations about the ice there, Kenny. Different in practice.
Yeah, both teams get a 10-minute practice before the game gets underway. And also determines who gets the hammer in the first end. But that is not a good shot. Losing there, but while they decide what to do, we'll take a look at Japan, Sweden. Maria Pritz for Sweden with a great chance to pick up a big score here in the second.
Edging it out one way there with her head.
Now they did enough, squeezed the red to the back of the 12, and it will be a massive score of 3.
Yep, great result for Sweden. In that second end, Japan 1, Sweden 3. Back to our featured game, Canada against Germany. A couple of errors. in the early part of this end.
Sweeper behind the guard.
Hack. Just through.
Do make the tap. So will Germany try and replace this, or will they just nudge it back? And see, just doesn't quite get in behind the guard.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really matter where it is.
Oh, I was
The more
calling
separation.
separation.
Maybe just played a little bit too much weight. That one didn't curl enough. So Rachel Ullman will be able to see pretty much all of this.
This was a good hack. Yep.
Clean it. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Supers on this one. But nice controlled takeout from Rachel Holman.
It was it heavy? A little, not too bad.
Germany once again under a bit of pressure. Folding under that pressure and catching the guard.
We haven't been that far out. Do you think?
Just not quite happening for Andrea Schopp and our team at the moment. The Canadians looking quite assured.
We haven't really thrown this line, eh?
No.
Maybe a little slow here?
I'm gonna throw what I did and this way coming back.
Okay.
Because you guys pounded, but it was back 4 in the end. Okay. You guys pounded it, so.
So you want a top 8, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait there, eh?
Whoa. Just top 8. Whoa.
Rachel Holman's last stone.
It's deep.
Continuing to exert the pressure.
Yep, right back.
Yeah.
Go.
German opposition.
Back 8. Back 8. Just back 8. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, just overthrew that one a little. So it's left some backing for Germany. Probably should have swept that one right to the back 12.
Zeit brauchen. Schneller. 15.
5, 6, gell? Yeah, so in the beginning, or I start throwing some rocks in at half though, whether it's like hits or. Have we?
Not really.
Nothing's been in yet?
They've done their job. They've put the pressure on Andrea Schropp for this last stone, third end.
Needing to be fully 8 foot. This one looking pretty good.
And safely in for Germany's 1, limited to 1 in this third end.
Edge of 8. I can throw the same shot I threw.
After 3,
without you guys
it's
having
now
to count
Canada
it.
2, Germany 1.
It's definitely quicker now. I think it's finally starting to clean up everywhere.
That's how it's shaping up so far.
Hey.
2-1 to Canada. Just feel Germany haven't quite got going yet, have they, Kenny?
No, but in the same sentence, Canada haven't really done anything special. They've just not been really at their best either.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's a higher guard.
A couple of misses early on from both teams. I think they both know that it's a game that they can't afford to lose. It's maybe just having a slight effect on both sides.
Right off, Ali. Nothing.
Yep, there's quite a lot of caution out there. Not wanting to do anything daft, and yet mistakes have still happened.
Girl. Okay.
Okay. Weight was good.
And that one's all the way through.
Yeah. Riga really not finding her weight here in this game.
Yep, that's 2 or 3 occasions now. Karina Schultz, the German lead. Her tournament accuracy is 80%.
Ja, ja. Linie auf. Komm fest. Komm fest, es geht. Komm fest. Nur ein bisschen. Nur ein bisschen. Weiter. Oh.
She might not be having the best of games here, but her accuracy overall is 84% for the tournament.
Go if you have to. Only if you have to. Line's really good. Go now. Wait only. Get the 4. Get the 4-foot. Don't let it die.
Oh my god.
Yeah, managed to get that one round the guards. It's great stone positioning.
Ball spielen so.
Great adjustment.
Stella Heiss was second, 75% for Stella.
Ja. Komm fest, Linie auf. 3, 4. Komm fest. Los geht. Der läuft schon noch ein Stück. Komm fest, das geht nur ein bisschen. Weiter, 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 der kommt schon noch. Komm fest, das geht. Weiter, 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 nur ein bisschen. Nur ein bisschen. Komm fest, nur vorbei. Das geht noch bitte. Nur ein bisschen, nur ein bisschen. Weiter, weiter, weiter.
Looks nice.
Gut, Bella. Gut. Nicht gedacht, dass wir uns so weit kriegen.
See curling, girls working hard
Alter, ich hab gedacht,
to get that round.
Ich auch.
Alison's been in impressive form in Canada.
Nice try. Just because the guys are so high, it's good throw. Keep that thing in.
Wobei er darf eher zu kurz als zu lang sein.
Zwei, drei.
Warten!
Nur zwei.
Warten, Mike!
Yeah, so
Hey,
Germany
was geht jetzt?
now probably going to have to try and protect that yellow stone in the forefoot. Throw some tight guards on it. This one's just not curling enough. Canada will be able to drive that red back onto the yellow and maybe sit two.
You have control or be like,
I don't mind down, it's really moving.
yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that guard not able to do the job. It's left that move on for the Canadians.
I think it's down there.
Oops, yes! Yes! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Lots of it.
No, right off. Get up.
On sheet C, what's happening between Scotland and Denmark? Early score to Denmark in the second end. Eve Muirhead, the Scottish skip with the last stone.
Yeah, probably got a shot for four, but
Go this
I
way!
think they're just electing to draw for three.
Just wait! Just wait!
So needing to be pretty much fully four. This one going to pull up in time. Just is. And it will be a score of 3-2, and that one over on sheet C.
That's it, one, that guard's a bit better placed this time.
What do you like?
It's tough to peel it, but
I think the peel might hit that.
yeah, I know. Guess draw.
So just looking to see.
I don't.
It
and I
might
don't
go
wanna
over top.
Okay, it's up to you. We can try it. I don't want it to go back on ours in the center either. Can we draw? We can. It's gotta be.
I think the call here, Alison, would be just come right round the top of your red. If you stick the yellow out wide, Germany would hit the
It's
the
so
red in the
far,
house, and you
it
could
might
be
go right in.
Okay, let's draw.
forced to take your one.
Bite the four.
This is close to the draw path. Yeah, it seems to be pretty good speed.
Emma Miskew, the Canadian third. 80% for the tournament
Line's nice.
overall.
Bite the four. Bite the four, guys. Yeah, line. Gotta go. Hard. Hard. Bite. Keep going. Get it in. Okay. Hard. Awesome. Bite.
Is
bite.
it going
Go,
to catch
go,
the
go, go,
guard?
go, go. Whoa. That's good. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it does catch the guard,
It
but
works.
does the right thing and make sure they're in the house or the scoring area.
Sollen wir erst den
They might be
Nase
tempted to come the other hand, right in on top on the out turn.
Similar stats for Imogen, 79% overall.
Ja! Oh, oh. Ja, ja! Komm rein! Oh, oh!
Gut. Schön. Kurzem.
Yeah, so the good thing about that shot is if Canada then knows it's not going to be in the house, so they will need to make a roll. They've really got to make a play in it. So that's the stone that's really hurting you at the moment.
Yep.
Oh! Down normal! Yeah! Okay, whoa! We got to
If that squeezes in, that's a great shot.
On sheet A, let's take a look at Japan, Sweden. They're in the third end. 3-1 to Sweden so far. Last stone. Fujisawa, the Japanese skip. Oh, and they're having to work so hard here. It's not enough. It's not enough. And that looks like 2 for Sweden. Better from the Japanese. And Sweden now lead 5-1 in that one. And the shot 76% overall.
Ja, Linie!
He hasn't played badly in this game, just things haven't quite happened for Germany
Nur Linie! Oh! Ja, Team!
so far.
Oh! Team! Ja, Team! Weiter!
This one's looking pretty good though. That's as good as you could probably get with that.
I don't. It's like overburied by like. I think. Draw. maybe.
Germany
Yeah.
in real danger of losing a fistful here
You think
in
so? Look here?
the fourth end.
That seems nice, like practice. Okay, she's already behind the tee. Okay, she's gotta go.
Yellow's still quite well buried, isn't it?
It is, but this is the type of shot Rachel Holman likes, the sort of
Right here.
battering weight round the guards. It's really what she's known for. The touch aspect of the game.
It's marginally better than her German counterpart,
Line side.
79%.
Line's really good, yeah. Yeah, line! Hard line! Hard!
Trying to just tap this one back.
Hard!
Looks a little shy for weight.
Hard!
Have they managed to squeeze it past?
Pull it off, hard.
Haven't.
Okay.
That does open up the yellow ever so slightly.
Just such a tad light. It's a little light.
So what about the host nation Latvia? Let's see how they're faring against the United States. Struggling after the first couple of ends.
Whoa!
Last stone of the third.
Ja! Aber!
Another sore one for Latvia. 7-0 down.
Ja, der war perfekt, ja.
Yeah, I think you might actually have to come in with this, Alison, through the gap and corner freeze the red. If you throw a guard, Rachel Holman could drive one of the short reds back onto your yellow, and you give up 3 or 4.
Dann sind es auch weg, dann sind es auch 3.
You need to get another
Also
counter in there.
ausgleichen perfekt so hin, dass ich genau vor den roll.
Aber das ist schwierig. Also,
Or could they protect
Anja,
what they
hast du jetzt
have?
gerade schon mal reingespielt?
Pretty difficult to protect everything.
Was dir lieber ist.
Cover the red, just top of the 12 foot on the right and the gap. So
Wenn ich den nur auf der Nase habe oder irgendwie zu weit habe.
that's why I think you need to come into the top of the 8 foot.
Dann sind es 4.
There's the German alternate player, played in the Winter Youth Olympic Games, but promoted last couple of seasons, Niko Muskatovic. Won the gold medal at the Youth Winter Olympic Curling.
Ist ein Tick mehr, oder?
Ja, 5. Eventuell bis dran.
Was sieht das?
So what was the final call here, Kenny?
I think they're actually going to come down into the top of the 8 foot. I think that's the correct call. So I don't think you can block everything. Glacier just looking for this one into the house.
Warten! 4! Ja, Linie! Linie! Wow! 4! Wow! Wow! Ja! Ja! Ja!
And this one looking pretty good.
Weiter!
And I think they've covered enough of the inside edge.
Gut so.
Yep, great judgment from the German skip.
Gut, Andrea.
Ja.
Trying to make it as difficult for Canada as possible.
I think I want to throw weight at it.
Ja.
Prevent a big score.
Yeah, so you see,
Sorry?
try and drive the red top right back onto the yellow, which is sitting on the button for 2. The final stone of the 4th end for Rachel Holman.
Close.
Throwing the heat at this one.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, she's giving it giving it welly.
I'm up.
So it does make contact, but doesn't stick it, and it will be a score of 1 to Canada. Canada now lead 3-1 after 4 ends.
I think Germany might be quite relieved that it was only 1 in the end. Keeps this game very much at the simmering point.
Here in Riga, Latvia, the Volvo Sports Centre
It's going now, yeah.
for
You
Canada, Germany. It's Canada who lead 3-1 after 4 ends.
Good sweep,
Canada
guys.
pretty much in control so far.
Good sweep, you guys.
But as you say, they haven't done anything too dramatic. They haven't had to try too hard, have they?
No, they haven't.
Yeah, good try.
Germany just not been at their best so far. Gonna feel if they could maybe just up their game ever so slightly, they could challenge these Canadians.
Good so.
surprised me. Might cross the line really quickly. It could have been just the line. Okay, tight. It's like a 1-2. No, never. She's not throwing it the same.
Oder ein bisschen schieben. So hinten 4 ist okay.
Canada
Zwischen Thieler und hinten 4.
round the centre guard. Germany with a chance to tap them back.
Hinten 4. Genau.
Maybe just over curling, but in a strong position.
Do you get a hog-to-hog on hers?
Yeah, 14:07.
07?
When they cross center, they die.
But
You can,
passing is
we
pretty
can
good,
sweep
eh?
it, yeah.
So same as usual.
Yeah.
What's light?
Yeah.
Little light. Line's really good. Gotta go line. Light. Gotta go line.
It's like a 2.
Just keep it high. Keep it high.
Looking fairly light for weight.
Right off.
Alison Kreveshuk really struggling to get a foothold in this game.
Hinten Haus. Aber nicht schneller als hinten Haus.
Germany can play maybe an out on tap. They look in great position to try and pick up 2 or 3. Super's going really hard on this one. Crashes the guard. Promotes the red back onto the yellow. Not a great shot from
Not a great
Stella
outcome.
Heiss.
Japan against Sweden. Let's have a look and see how they're faring. Japan trying to get back into this game against the Swedes. Lost heavily in a couple of ends. The last couple of ends. We're in the 4th now. Fujisawa. Can she make it this time? She can.
It was actually a shot for 3. Need to roll maybe 2 inches further. So a let off for Sweden.
So they get 2. Sweden now leading 5-3 in that game. 3-1 to Canada in our feature game. Canada against Germany. A reminder of the standings. Canada on 4 wins and 3 losses. Germany on 3 wins and 4. Both losing last night. Keen to get back on track this morning.
Just comes down, catches the red and removes the yellow.
Yeah.
don't think that was the right call. Canada now
Yeah.
You just gotta
It's gonna be slower out here.
in a nice position. If they could play an in-turn draw
Rachel's ran okay.
right
but
around
she
the
did-
two red guards
trouble.
into the forefoot, they'd be sitting free.
Sitting pretty indeed.
Yeah, line. Line only.
Slow,
Yeah,
man.
line. Whoa. Whoa. Line only, Rach.
Okay. You really gotta stop. Or like through.
Yeah, it's true.
Looks like hack.
Yeah.
It's all the way through though, Kenny. And that was an opportunity missed, a real opportunity missed.
It sure was. Just, as I said, both teams not really finding
Okay.
their draw weight.
So chance Germany
Du siehst ihn so,
have to be
oder?
able to take
Tick
advantage
weniger.
of their
Weniger.
opponent's mistakes.
Eben.
Also ich würde den Draw spielen, weil sonst geht's hier uns wieder rein.
Kommst gut, Heck.
Yeah, the problem with playing this shot though, Alison, is I don't think they'll end up sitting shot by doing this.
Ja, ja, ja.
So there you see
What's
the
up?
red at the back is still sitting shot. Will they be able to see enough of the yellow for the double? But I don't think they're going to take her on just in case they drive it back onto the red.
Trevor.
What do you like? Okay.
Yeah, so that's why they're only going for the single.
I don't know.
Damn.
Normal? No, right off. Clean, yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep, yep. Hard.
They're all quite far enough. They do enough to sit two.
Yep, so that was the plan. And it worked.
We always lose those.
Yeah. Nice throw on.
Just the single. Question was, would it go far enough in to count? And it does.
Nur schieben, gell? Was? Nur schieben. Ja? Ja! Ja! Komm fest! Komm fest, es geht alles! Komm fest! Komm fest, es geht weiter, weiter,
So I
weiter!
need to work hard to get this one past the guards. Do that. They've got enough at the top yellow. They have into the forefoot. And looks fairly nice from here.
Hit him again.
Let's take another look at it. Just promoting the yellow, takes a little piece of the red and then down into the four.
Sonst halt permanent hinterher.
Sieht immer so schlecht aus, wenn ich drankomme.
Let's get it.
And, well, elected to play the run back and sticks it pretty perfectly.
All change again.
It did curl, just
Shitty. I
too
know.
late. Well, not too late,
I
but
can't actually believe she's not
Later.
smiling about that one. That's it, pretty perfect.
Yeah, what more could she have done there?
Apart from catch maybe about 5 or 6 millimetres more of it, that's as close as you're going to get.
I'm sure she's thinking inside, good shot, really.
where the rock was. But there would have been 2 rocks.
Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! 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 Yeah! 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 Whoa!
So Andrea plays the run back on
Good throw.
the red-yellow. So that one will be pretty much fully buried.
There you go.
While they're deciding what to do, we'll look at Sheet C. It's a game between Denmark and Scotland. Lena Nielsen, her final stone of the 4th. Looking to play a draw. This one was against possibly 3. Pulls up perfectly. That game tied 3 each after 4 ends.
Canadian coach taking a good look at what's
Could
going
come
on
the same way, but we just push
at the other end.
If it doesn't curl though,
The
then
tap is too hard.
Girls having a bit
Yeah.
of a discussion.
Like I could clip off this and roll here.
or if
Make
you're a
it
little
tougher
wide,
to
flip off that.
I mean, if you're right here, it's a hard shot for 2. She has to go way down.
Yeah.
Let's try to get around it, though.
So I think the call is to play a draw right in behind.
I thought it would be
Yellow.
slow out there, so I'm not really.
Maybe not.
Maybe a little bit
It
slow.
could be in the rings though, eh?
Sweep it aggressively.
Yeah, it's pretty wide out there, eh?
So just,
A little slow.
a few questions about the
like
weight.
I think pretty similar to what you've been throwing.
And you need extension, right?
Okay.
Looking to draw around the yellow.
Line's pretty good. Yep, yeah, line. Line's good. Yeah, line. Gotta go, line. Wall line. Wall. Wall. Yeah, we're on the outside.
So
We're tapping them in.
Can we go?
No.
No?
No, we're tapping them right into the rings.
not a great shot by Rachel Homan. Which leaves Andrea Schott a nose hit for 3 out of absolutely nothing.
gespielt habe, liegt jetzt aber ganz gut.
Gib mal Eis.
Für den Scheiß, den ich in dem Moment gespielt habe, liegt aber ganz gut.
Yep, you can see those 2 yellows already counting in the house for Germany. And if they can just get this nose hit on that back red, a tasty score of 3. They'll get them right back in this game going into the break. Last stone of this 5th end.
Have they got past and will it stay? I think it will. And that's a big, big turnaround.
Yep, and it came out of that mistake
Ja, aber lieber
from
so.
Rachel Homan.
Ah, danke.
3 for Germany, right back in this. They take the lead going into the break after 5. Canada 3, Germany 4.
Second end, Canada, Germany. Rachel Homan with a chance to get into the lead.
Guys,
Trying to
you got it. At least
hit the paint.
Whoa.
She would have no problem at all. And that one pulled up on the tee line to score 2. Fourth end, Canada sitting 1 against. Rachel Homan trying to play the run back for her 2. Does make contact with the yellow, but doesn't hang around, and it would be a single point. Fifth end, Andrea Schopp with a nose hit for 3. This one played absolutely perfectly, and Germany would take the lead for the first time. They now lead 4-3 after 5 ends.
Ja, aber lieber so, als mal wieder.
Other scores: Japan trails Sweden 5-3. The game between Scotland and Denmark, real tight affair, 3-all after 5 ends, and United States runaway leaders over the host nation, Latvia.
The weight was pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
But just stayed out there. Did she poke it out a little bit?
Well, it's just like out of her hand, she called hard line right away. So then we dragged it out, and then into the big divot, and then it never comes out. Like if we curl and tap theirs, your second shot doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like we can't be calling it too aggressively like that.
No, but I don't think she had an incredible amount of weight. I think it was there with sweep. So
Like
you
T-line was
couldn't even
sweeping,
leave
yeah.
it. So you couldn't even leave it, otherwise it might just not.
Well,
come
no,
up
because
enough.
as long as we're in,
Yeah.
like
With all
anywhere
the-
in the ring.
Then she's gonna probably have a tough shot for 2, because she's got nowhere easy to get in there other than throwing your intern again.
Muss ja bitter sein, das Alter.
Ja, Entschuldigung. Das kannst du mal was
Ist es
anhören.
grundsätzlich nicht, nur beim Kartenspielen, weil es lauter junge Superstars gibt.
Ja, stimmt. Es gibt lauter Leute, die jung sind und sich für Superstars fühlen.
Was meinst du, wie bitter das dann für uns ist?
Die sind Superstars, die benehmen sich so.
Offensichtlich.
Aber Andrea, für dich ist ja dann immer schlimm, weil du bist alt und kein Superstar. Wir sind jung und sind keine. Für uns
Wir haben voll die Arschkarte gezogen.
Ja, weil wir sind jung und sind keine Superstars, weil wir uns dann immer.
Tisch ab.
Ja.
Wir haben gar nichts erreicht im Leben. Liegt drauf dran.
So, looking at the stats, it's Canada who are outplaying Germany when it comes to hits, but it's Germany who are playing the drawing game a lot better, but it's Germany who have that all-important one-shot lead.
Letztes Mal dich selber wegwerfen.
So, just about to get underway in the 5th end here in the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia. We're watching the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships.
What a turnaround we had in that last end.
Wow, 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 wow.
And a different German team going into the break.
Nein, 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 nein.
So, der ist drin.
Boosted by
Ja,
that
ja, danke.
3 in the 5th.
Okay, gut so.
So what about the chat in the two camps then, Kenny?
303.
I just observed a couple of things when the teams took a break. Rachel Holman didn't go and spend a break with our teammates. She just took a little restroom break. The mood in the Canadian camp wasn't too bad.
The last run here, last minute.
A little surprised at the German camp. They were happy and relaxed. Don't see too much hilarity from Andrea Schopp and her team, but they seemed pretty relaxed and happy with the way things are going.
Well, that 3 was a huge lift for them. And probably unexpected. She stepped up 95%. Great to have a player like that in your team with that kind of consistency.
Gut so. Gut.
And Lisa Wiegel's not had the greatest of games, as we've been saying. Kenny, 63%.
Really hard.
The Canadian lead.
Gotta go wait. Hard. Keep going, keep going. Still
Yeah,
on.
struggled somewhat.
But time enough to get back on track.
I tried to split that centre guard off, but just catches it full in the face. Taps it back. Germany now sitting 2.
Schau, dass du weit genug ausrichtest.
Ich bin extra darüber gehockt.
Still at nice 53%.
Ja. Wow, wow.
Oh, der muss curlen. Und der braucht auch nichts.
Langsam raus.
No, no, no. Ja, ja. Komm fest. Komm fest, alles. Komm fest, noch ein Stück. Noch ein bisschen. Noch ein bisschen. Weiter, weiter, weiter.
We're going to try and take this one past the high yellow.
Noch ein bisschen. Okay.
Probably does enough. I'd be tempted just to run the guard back on this one. Yep.
Just high
And
side.
when you threw here, was it? Did your,
It came up.
it came up.
Yeah.
Alison Kavizuk, second, 83% for this game.
Yes!
She's played some decent shots.
Oh! Yep, yep! Hard. Perfect.
Doesn't remove both yellows, but sits in a great spot, just half checking the yellow. So what will happen is that red should probably go back onto the yellow out wide. I think they'll be pretty happy with the outcome of that one.
Die einfach ein bisschen auseinander teilen.
Ja, hinten 4.
Der muss doch hinten 4 haben, ja?
Okay. Ich nehme ihn mal schneller als eben.
Ja.
What can Germany do?
Lang. Warten, weiter.
Maybe
Oh, weg, 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 ganz weg, ganz
pull
weg.
the tap on this one.
Ganz weg.
Maybe she'll get back onto the
Ganz
button.
weg.
She had a poor first stone, so she could do with something working out this time.
That one just drifting to the back ring.
Men liksom, den får inte träffa första. Det var ganska rakt där ute.
So out on sheet A, we have Japan against Sweden.
Fast i den marginalen. Ja, den marginalen. Ja, utsida i marginalen för tunt.
Sweden in control, leading up to this fifth end. Fourth player with the final stone, Maria Pritz. Just to shift things a little bit. But they move on to 6-3, the Swedes, going into the break. Back in our featured game. Imogen Lehman, 89%, by far the best performer in the German team.
Just rolling away with that one. I'm a little surprised that Rachel Homan's going in behind with this one. I think it might just be tempted to
just around
use
it.
the back one.
Top four.
Miskew, the Canadian third, 83%, which is decent.
Looking pretty good. Can get right in on top.
Close.
So what's happening on sheet D now? Latvia, remember, really struggling. 7-0 down after 4 ends. Trying to get back into this game, the Latvian skip.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
That's a great shot. And they will manage to pick up 2, but still 5 shots behind. 7-2 score over on sheet D.
Normal. Ja, nicht zu schnell, normal. Ganz normal.
In our featured game, Canada against Germany, we can only see reds at one end.
Swooping pulled on pretty quick. Must be a little tight away with this one. Look at the curl on this. And not a great shot from Lehman.
Yep, that could have promised so much, that one. And they just got the line and the curl right. Oh, and Andrea's face tells a story there.
I don't want to tap it through.
Okay.
So assume the spot's the same as the other, I guess.
If it's hanging, no, we can do this.
Yep.
It really curls big.
Yeah, I like that call from Rachel. I think we've got to take the shooter in behind the corner. Try and move these stones about.
Go for wings. Gotta be here. Yep. Little light. Yep. Golden. Weight's good. Golden. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Weight's real good.
Let's get some separation between the stones, so that's pretty good.
On sheet C, it's Scotland against Denmark
That run pretty
in the fifth
true.
end, 3 apiece at the moment, so very, very tight game.
I think Eve Muirhead trying to draw for 2. Might have been a nose hit for 2. Maybe just isn't there.
No, you can't. You can't.
This one looking a little high. Trying to draw down in, very tight. It would only be a single point for Scotland. They lead 4-3.
Andrea's 73% for this game. But they are in the lead.
Oh. Song. Yeah. Whoa.
And a great hit and roll in behind from Andrea.
Good.
You see it through the gap. Hits, rolls towards the centre line, in behind the red. It's a full berry.
Yep, she liked that one. Played that one well. You can see the line there.
Okay.
Rachel Homan slightly up on her German opponent. 78% Canadian skip.
Yes. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Does run it back and slams the brush. A little disappointed she doesn't stick it. That's how accurate she feels she should be with the takeouts.
Yep, I'm sure she's done it thousands of times.
So geht auch nicht, oder?
Ja, mein Problem ist, ich werde
Ja, also, da ist auch ein bisschen risky, oder? Ist da zu viel Kalt?
Ich muss halt so ein bisschen her.
Ja. Glauben wir noch einen.
Ich glaube nicht, dass du außen curlt, aber...
Möglichst tief.
So this time can't really see the red, so can't play a takeout. So Andrea's going to be forced to try and draw something right in behind.
Yep. Nur Länge.
Needs another good one.
Linie gut. Viel Platz. Nur Länge.
Dachte Linie. Ich habe gar keinen Wort verstanden.
Oh, Mädels.
Nur Länge.
This one's just drifting right to the back ring. And that will be a draw for 2 points. Rachel Homan.
Could just tap.
And after that great
A little.
previous shot of Andreas,
I hate these lines. Like, they're so unpredictable.
it's all turned again.
We could throw here with back line.
Sorry?
We could throw like here with back line. We still have to get 8 foot, so it's still like a 3 foot tap.
Sorry?
We have to get 8 foot.
Yeah, like I could throw back 8. We can hit it at a bunch of angles.
I'm just worried about the line, because you have to hit it.
Yeah, I think Emma's calling the right shot here just to play a draw.
Make this.
Like, if we get to a certain point, it's never going to come back.
Just throw like back 8, and if it gets there, we'll let it stop.
I'm just worried that if we get inside the line, that it's going to take off and hit the guard.
I think if we take around here, it'd be good. It's up to you.
Ice is so bad. Middle of 12? I think that should be good.
Yeah.
I think any less and it's way too little.
Things here, Alison. They've got it in their mind that there's a straight bit on the ice. It's the same for both teams.
To be okay out there.
Both teams have got to play with it.
She's worried about catching that guard.
Some sweeping, so I think throw it about the same. Nice extension.
That was more than I had thrown, though. You don't think it's quick here? Did you get us hog to hog on her last one?
Hers was at 13.3.
Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Ab und an getauscht hat, aber ich glaube, der öffnet.
So, last stone of this sixth end.
Line's nice.
Canadian skip.
I don't think I heard it.
Homan going hopefully, she thinks, for
Line's really
2
good.
counters.
Line's really good. It's all you. Wait only. No
Just take them
backing
back
yet.
into the lead.
No backing.
This one needs to curl.
Hey, Sarah.
And it does. It will be a score of 2 for Canada.
We had backing.
Canada
Sorry, I thought we had backing.
back in the lead.
Canadian fans enjoying that so far.
Sorry, we're sweeping it aggressive. I thought
It's
we
an
had
impressive
backing.
beard.
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
After 6 ends, Canada 5, Germany 4. So we're into N7 of this intriguing contest between Canada and Germany. 5-4 to Canada.
Yeah, Lisa Riga for Canada struggling to find a draw weight.
Ich hab mitgeben. Wow. Weg.
And I think we'll just see Canada
Yeah.
maybe force in this end. They've got themselves onto the even ends.
Tight.
See where this one finishes. As we go second stone.
Keep it clean. Looks good. Yep. Yep.
We set up
Keep going right to the line.
play stones
Forward.
so important.
Thanks.
And that's a bit more like it.
Sicher aus. 5. Ja. Oh, noch Länge. Ja. Länge reicht. Ja. Reicht nicht. Nur Linie. Brauch. Ja. Sag ich doch. Komm fest. Komm fest, das geht weiter. Noch ein Stück. Noch ein bisschen.
Gut.
That was pretty good round the guard there.
Okay. Just nice release though, Alan. Yeah.
Line's really good.
Alison
Walk
Kribbe shoot
again.
for Canada. Looking for a corner freeze on the yellow.
Line.
the
Yeah,
end
forward.
tongue.
Get it here. Looks really nice. Okay. Leave it there.
Not great.
And one game, I think, is just about finished, and it is that game between Latvia and the USA. Latvia never really recovered from the early part of the game, and it's victory for the United States,
Good luck.
9-2, and they move on to 5 wins
Good game,
and 3
thank you.
defeats. And Latvia
Good game,
are
guys.
running out of
Good game.
games to try and get that first win. Difficult to pick a winner between these two at the moment. 5-4 to Canada.
Da drauf!
Ja, ja. Wow, wow. 7. 8 von 13. Ja, ja. 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 Ja, ja, ja. Weiter. Oh, oh. Okay.
A little bit too far up, that one.
So entweder meine Steine können weniger oder...
No. See a sliver. That doesn't count.
I think we gotta try it.
Okay. You just have to just touch the first one.
If it goes that one, it's okay.
Yeah.
Think I can let it go nose, eh?
On the
It'll
other
stay
one?
straight.
I think it could be there.
Yeah, let's try
You
it.
look at how much space there is here and up there. You should be able to get a piece.
Okay.
Unless you just want to do that.
It's gonna go right back in ours.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't like that.
We can try this for now.
This isn't easy either.
So I think they're going to try and do the near on if possible.
I don't really like it.
Shave past the guard and
I don't like that if it's going into ours.
Why not just freeze the pocket then?
Yep, she's not convinced about that.
Why not freeze the pocket? That's the shot.
It's just like,
Down, maybe even tap.
this one's for sure gone.
Then we open up the middle to our back one.
You can nose the top one.
Sure.
Okay.
I think that's easier.
Okay.
So nose just outside.
If it over curls a bit, you catch that, it's fine.
Okay.
Difficult shot this though. Just needs to catch this plumb on the nose.
Yeah, do they need to be as risky as this at this stage?
I don't think so.
No, right off. Close, it's got a curl. Yep.
There's a problem with calling that shot.
She just like curling. Got the crash.
Nearly caught it perfectly. But leaves two German stones in the 4-foot area.
But you can't be nearly, can you, with a shot like that? So, window of opportunity for Germany.
Ja, Linie! Alles Linie! Wow, wow, noch Länge! Wow, wow, exact, wow!
Wow, der muss viel good.
Ja, ja!
Nur Linie.
Erreicht, erreicht!
Nur Linie.
Wow, no. Ja! Wow. Okay.
That was drifted too far.
Gibt's ja
A
nicht. Meine
mistake
können einfach nicht. Was?
from Lehman, really.
Hey.
I think it just goes there. We can definitely split up and behind.
Just needed it to stop a little bit earlier than that.
So what can Emma Miscu do? Can she remove at least 2 yellows? She does. Maybe one just grabbing on at the back there though.
It's the red that's counting.
Mine overcurled the last second.
Things just not going Canada's way.
Ja. Kann ich auch so langsam kommen? Was meinst du? Kann ich auch so langsam kommen?
Germany sitting one in behind that red.
Advantage swinging both ways after every stone.
Wow, wow! Rauw! Ja, ja! Wow, es geht! Wow, wow, weit außen! Nur 5.
All the play happening down this side of the rink. This side of the sheet.
Komplett, second werden. Komplett, es geht noch ein bisschen. Noch ein bisschen, noch ein Stück, noch ein Stück, noch ein bisschen, noch ein bisschen. Wow. Okay.
That one. see enough of this one to.
Okay.
Or we can come
Yeah,
and
still
tap
just
it.
a bit exposed, isn't it?
6-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
I
What
think,
do you like?
Got 2.
Whichever one you like.
Just the only thing is if it hangs high, they have a double at 3.
Okay.
I do have a slash double on the opposite side. I think that's what
Okay.
I'm maybe going to look at.
You like here?
Maybe board?
Okay, yeah, sure. I like less weight too.
I don't really
Even
like
throw
this
here
call.
if you want.
I don't mind board. It's more consistent.
They're running fairly straight.
Okay. Here's curled though.
Okay, they are going to go for the hit. I thought they were going to call the draw around the yellow into the back of the forefoot.
Board! Whoa! Board! Yeah!
Close, yeah!
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah!
Yep!
So just looking for this one
Yeah.
inside the nose.
Keep going. Hard, hard, hard.
Ooh, got really tight to the guard.
It's a close one out on sheet C as well. Scotland against Denmark, 4-3. With Eleni Nielsen having the last stone of this 6th end.
Yep! 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 Yep!
I think it was just a single point for Lynette. Maybe it was a double for 2, but played it safe and just picked up the 1.
4 all in that one.
Okay.
And look how close that was to the guard.
You can see Germany will see all of the red.
Whoa!
Very difficult shot this.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Gotta squeeze it
Whoa!
past the yellow at the back.
Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa!
That was the problem with that shot.
Oh, a touch for this one?
How do you feel about the guard? I don't want to hit it. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Okay. How do I get there? I don't think that's there. I think I gotta come this way. Okay, let's do that. Well, remember you threw edge of 4 here, and we drew to like here, but it was back. But if it was a guard, it'd probably be pretty good.
Okay. We gotta be on the outside of the
Yeah,
ram.
exactly. I think it'll finish though. Like they seem to curl pretty
Like
hard.
you gotta be essentially guarding this rock here.
Yeah, I think this is good ice. It finishes hard.
Yeah, it does. Do you think it's not enough?
No, I think it's good ice.
Okay, because we can
gonna
always
try
come
and
up by
guard.
red if it hangs.
Okay, do you want more?
Yellowstone second from the left as we look at that shot. I personally think
Yeah.
maybe the tap on the red, just top of the 12 foot,
Still got a shot, but
just
then I
back
can come and
into
freeze on
the
it
top
on
of the 4 would be the call.
There's no way I'm hitting it with these lines. Sorry? 3 is fine. 2 is fine. As long as it's guarding the right side.
Always such a great insight into what the players are thinking leading up to the shots. Whether you agree or not.
Line's tight. Yep, hold it. Yep.
Line's really good. Whoa!
2, 3.
Line's really
Stay
good.
close.
It's got a curl.
No, line's great.
3M.
No finish. No.
No finish.
No. 3. It's gonna overcurl a bit. Let it sit.
So this one needs to sit
Let
down.
it sit.
Yes, sir.
Does enough. Puts it in a great spot.
Yes, sir.
Found a shot can just play an average draw around on the out turn. Rachel Holman would have to play a perfect freeze if she doesn't want to give up more than 2. Might even set up a chance for 3.
Fuß. Viel Platz. Viel Platz. 4 Fuß. Nur Linie. Viel Platz. Vorsicht. Vorsicht. Ja!
Nur Linie. Nur Linie. Lang.
This one needs to sit down.
Hat die Andrea verjagt.
Just a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Canada still need to be careful.
Hat er voll eingebremst im
Not
Haus.
the worst, but not exactly what she would have wanted.
Is it slow here or no?
13.7 on hers. Maybe a little slower, yeah.
I think she can throw the same. If you're a little light, that's fine.
Mine's a bit tight, where?
This one
Yeah, the light.
needs to be in at least to the top of the forefoot. Germany already sitting one.
Wait, straight. Right to it. Yep.
Needs to be right back on it. That's a great shot.
Yep, they enjoyed that one.
Sorry, we couldn't afford to have it.
Sneaking past the other red. Nicely in.
Gehen tut er schon, aber...
Ja, das Problem mit dem ist halt, der liegt schon sehr flach.
Ja,
Und dann drücke ich ihn nur gerade nach
du
hinten.
meinst, das geht nicht, oder? Dass
Das
du
geht
den...
nicht. Den drücke ich oben rüber.
Ja.
Den sehe ich von unten nur noch so.
So, how can Andrea?
Ich denke, es geht,
Kann da
wenn.
was passieren?
Was?
A couple of shots here in the 7th.
So much going on in there, isn't there?
Yeah, one way would just to follow Rachel down and just go for the single.
Es ist
Draw
einfach
the
die
edge of the
Frage,
button.
mit welcher Länge, weißt
Ja.
The problem with that is you play it a little heavy, you might end up giving up
du?
two.
Wir müssen praktisch so haben.
So I think
Yeah.
she's maybe looking at trying to play the double off the outside yellows.
Komm so gut, Heck.
I don't think you can give up two by doing this.
Gut, Heck.
So final stone of the 7th end for Andrea shot. Play the barrier weight, take out, gonna drive some yellow in. This one gonna over curl,
One.
and it will be a single point for Canada. They now lead 6-4 as we head into the 8th.
Some American fans here, having just watched their team beat Latvia 9-2. Enjoying the rest of the action in this Volvo Sports Arena. You're listening to Alison Walker and Kenny Edwards, bringing you live coverage from the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championship. And our feature game is Canada against Germany. It's been quite a tussle between these two. 6-4 Canada going into this 8th end. We've had a bit of everything in this game. Quality shots and some mistakes. Some interesting decisions.
Big roll out. Okay, well, I don't know.
Really getting to the tail end of the round robin, and every game is crucial.
Okay.
Every win is crucial.
Roll out's fine.
Canada on 4 at the moment, 4 wins.
Yeah, this moves
Germany on 3.
Yeah, both teams can't really afford to drop any more games.
No, don't clean yet. No, Alex,
I
no.
feel it's probably more important for Germany not to drop any more. They've already suffered 4 defeats.
Coming down.
Yeah, the weight came
But
down.
all still to play for. There's Olympic points up for grabs here at the World Championships.
I thought she threw like a rocket.
It came down.
As high as a position as you can get here at the Worlds could help you qualify for Sochi.
Comparison of the 2 leads, Kenny,
Yeah.
tells a bit of a story in itself.
Yeah, Karina played really well, so can't be too disappointed with her performance this morning.
Do you think that spot's slower that you threw in your first?
Was my first?
Yeah.
No, I probably just underthrew it.
Okay.
Yes!
Alison Teresuk.
Clean, clean. Just a little bit on. Yep.
Manages to make the peel this time.
You never know when it's gonna like jump over.
Yeah. Nice throw.
Struggled a little bit. Canadians maybe overthinking the ice a little.
Yeah, there's certainly a fair bit of chat about it amongst them.
One of the things most of the teams have said, the ice has been pretty good this week. Fairly consistent. Stones are fairly good also. Similar curl on every stone.
Mine usually run pretty straight, but
So whether
I think in general though,
Have you done
I'm
something
going
with
that
the-
way. It was
the ice yesterday
pretty
evening,
straight.
as we take a look at the stats. Stella Heiss way down at 56%.
Just clean. Yep. Clean. Yeah. Didn't hurt too much.
Whoa. Every sheet's a little different. Yeah.
So Canada 2 up. No need to score any more. They're going to look to try and peel the corner guards off. Little miscue.
Whoa. Yep.
Peeling that one off.
dahinter.
Dahinter. Ja, Linie. Länge auf. Ja. Wo. Nein. Ja.
So the draw around this redstone top of the 8 foot. Doesn't quite get in behind though. A straightforward hit
Not allowed.
for
He knows maybe.
Emma miscue.
I think we just make it worse.
Well, we can just roll over.
Well, that makes it worse though, because then she can come around this big.
Just roll out then? Well, we could roll right to the side, like try to roll to the 12 foot. Or can we hit and push that up?
It's pretty aggressive though to almost miss this.
Can we hit on
Can
the
we
inside
start?
and push our red over?
This is not there.
Okay, well, why don't we like hit it and push our red over?
Try and just miss it and scoot down. I don't know. I don't think it's there though.
Okay.
Just make sure you make contact with this.
So overcomplicating everything, every shot. Miscue 88% against Lehman's 77.
Yeah. Hard.
Okay.
Okay.
And does enough.
Yeah. Whoa. Ramlan. Ja. Komm fest, tief. Weitergehen jetzt. Komm fest,
Did enough to get it past the red.
Weiter. Nur ein bisschen, weiter.
Gut, immer gehen.
Gut.
How far is it tucked in behind?
Gut.
Do you let nose? Sure.
Pretty tucked in. So Canada will have to run it back.
That was the top one.
Feel?
Yeah. Should run fairly straight and move at the end. Stay with it.
Okay.
Important shot for Rachel Homan.
Whoa! Yep! Clean! Yep! Get everything to go! Hard! Roll this hard!
A great shot by Rachel Homan. Sticks two reds in the house.
Nice throw.
Nowhere to hide for Andrea Shop now. Maybe a corner freeze on the red.
We had it, then. Yeah. It's more consistent on the way. Yeah.
Yeah, well played from the Canadian skip.
Where's it, Matt? Mia! Wie lang? 6.
See Homan,
Vorsicht!
6%
Gar nichts.
shot, 71.
Braucht nichts.
That one's not going to do the stats any favours at all. Goes that one to the back ring.
Anywhere. Sounds easy in theory. But the draws to the wings are nice. You could draw right to it if you
So
wanted to.
confidence not
Just you might have a double for two anyways.
boiling over in
Unless I
the
tap
Homan
it an
team
inch.
at the moment.
What do you like? I think we can make this. They know how to sweep them.
So well, they're
The wings
She said it's
analysing
faster,
their
and I've been throwing all
next
the slow
shot.
spots.
Let's check on Sheet C.
I just think this is a little tough.
Scots against the Danes. Eve Muirhead with the final stone of this 7th end. Trying to get back into the lead. Oh, and it's a lovely shot from Eve Muirhead. Knocks the yellow away, and that's a score of 3.
Like, it should run pretty nice. I don't think it's going to
for the Scots.
Here?
And that gives them a 7-4 lead after 7 ends over Denmark.
Just behind it, see? Look at the jumbo shot. Just behind. Okay.
Hey, Rach.
It's Canadians who are in the strong position here in their featured game. In the 8th end.
Pretty good. Line's good. Just heavy. T-line. Looks heavy. Take a look. Hasn't curled yet. Looks heavy.
It's the high around, only 12, and just grabs enough.
Sorry.
Just really quick.
Will Germany go for that flat double?
So patchy.
I knew it was a good pass. I just didn't think it was that quick.
Nobody would.
Anyways. I like that shot. Andrea.
Stop is schwer.
So,
Standing.
should they take their one or go all out to try and win this game? Don't need to move that second red much.
Bei einer vor hilft uns halt auch nicht wirklich, gell? Also ein hinten dran hilft uns halt auch nicht. So.
Nee, knallt sie wieder, also oder?
Sollen wir es versuchen?
Was meinst du? Was ist dein erster
Do you think Andrea's become more cautious with age?
Versuchen wir's.
He's certainly been in these situations before. More experience than any other skip on the world stage.
Yep, it's our 19th World Championship, and it's only a couple of years ago that she actually won it. So age is no barrier. 2010 in Swift Current.
Bisschen weniger.
So, final stone of the 8th end for Andrea Schutt. Must be pretty close. But slips beyond the back red, and it will be a score of 1 to Canada. Canada now lead 7-4 and beginning to stretch their legs in this one.
It's good. Looks good. Staying up there. Staying up there. Just at the end. Hasn't curled yet. Just at the end.
So 7-4 lead for Canada.
That's the point.
Going into this ninth end.
Very good.
That's good. Can't see group draw. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, so Germany really got
Meinst
to
du, der reicht, wenn man nicht anlangt? Wir haben halt schon am Anfang und ein ganzes Stück
score
da.
at least 2 here in the ninth.
So gezogen haben sie jetzt
Any chance picking up the win.
Oh, you am playing the corner. Sweet. Am I actually bored? Yeah.
So they're just trying to maybe push
Okay. Make it. Yeah.
this yellow a little further to the side.
Whoa! Whoa! No, no!
Just trying to click the yellow. Doesn't catch anything.
Nice throw, Elise.
Dauernd rot.
Trying to see Germany go the other side with the corner guard this time.
Yeah, good.
Ja, noch ein Stück. Noch ein bisschen, geht noch ein bisschen. Noch ein Stück, der muss weiter schießen.
Auf geht's.
Weiter, 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 weiter. Noch ein bisschen.
And another game has finished in the arena. Japan against Sweden, and it is victory for Sweden. 9-4.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you.
The Swedes march on. 7 victories now and the 1 defeat. Japan 4 wins and 4 losses now. So the Swedes looking like they are the team to beat so far, certainly in the round robin. Plenty of action still going on here at the Volvo Sports Arena. And a very important end for Germany if they're to have any chance of winning this one against Canada.
Alison Krivishuk again being asked for the peel.
No. Yeah. No. Close? No. No. Over.
Just misses the back one.
Not far away with that one. He
Nice
gets the one.
Oh, der ist noch länger.
3. Was gut ist, ja.
Ah, der ist länger.
Ja.
So Germany will just continue to try and throw the corner guard. Just see
No,
Canada
it's not there. Okay.
run it off.
Whoa. Yeah.
Rescue.
Get him. Nice throw. Hey.
Doing enough. These are the points that you've really got to concentrate. The last couple of ends, so many teams make silly mistakes that give up 3 or 4.
Yep. Can't see the winning post yet. Gotta keep your focus.
Long. 7, 6. Yeah.
Different psychology when you are ahead.
7.
And you're not chasing the game.
Länger. Ja.
Just sometimes when you take the foot off the gas.
Whoa, 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 no, no. You want to come in?
Yeah, it's probably easier.
Okay. Up normal just to keep it. It moves here.
Okay.
So I'm just looking for a nose hit. As long as I do enough to remove the yellow, I'm pretty happy.
Normal. Whoa. Normal.
Whoa.
Yep.
Close.
Clean.
Whoa.
Clean. Yep.
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 Nice throw in.
Throw him.
Nice throw from Emma Miscu.
Germany with a lot to think about. They have to dictate the play in this end. Try and get something back.
Minimal kürzer.
Take
Selbe
kürzer.
Länge, selbe
Ja.
Länge.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, no, no, no.
Doch gar nichts. Ich habe auch einen Tick länger gestoppt.
Vom Spielen war der aber kürzer. Also gefühlt.
I'll probably throw, if anything, peel.
Sorry? What?
So maybe just a little bit too much separation between the red and yellow to cause
Did you say you're throwing peel?
Canada any
Yeah, up
trouble
normal
here.
peel, just like an easy peel.
Do you want less?
No, because if it's soft, it goes.
Okay. Okay, up normal?
Yeah.
Up normal, clean it.
Sort of hit and run to the wing, really. This one really taking off.
Hard. Right up, hard.
Easy, guys.
Great shot.
Let's get back to that Scotland-Denmark game. 8th end, 7 for the Scots. And Lenny Nielsen trying to close that gap with her last stone.
Lands.
Taps the Scots stone out of the way, and she's got one back. So Scotland 7, Denmark 5 after 8 ends.
Yep. Steven. Yep.
We're in the 9th in our featured game.
Yeah.
Canada looking very strong, 7-4 ahead.
Buzz. Buzz. Schieß. Weiter. Weiter, weiter, weiter,
Looking
weiter.
pretty good. An extra foot of running, and it would have been absolutely perfect. Rachel Holman. Try and just pick it clean, I think.
Pick it? No, like, it'd be nice to sit right there. Okay. How much?
Up normal peel.
Okay.
Same kind of thing. Yes.
Clean.
Whoa, whoa.
That's clean.
So Rachel Holman just needed to
Sarah?
pick that one clean. No problem. The shot
Those lines are
was
so
a
scary.
must
Sorry?
make shot
Those lines
here
are
in
so
the 9th.
scary.
This game is going to go into it,
Floats the whole way.
possibly final end. Germany need to be fully forfeit.
Ganz viel gut.
Up a single point.
Denkt ihr Auflage? Hat Auflage.
Hat keine Auflage.
They do have backing.
Hat die Auflage.
Der braucht doch die
This looks
Auflage.
as if it will need it.
Ohne irgendwas. Gut so.
One.
And it does. But the shot is made. Germany pick up one. They trail 7-5 as we head into the 10th. What could be final end.
And they've enjoyed the performance of their team so far. Canada leading Germany 7-5 going into this 10th end.
Whoa. Okay.
At the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championship. We're live in the Volvo Sports Centre in Riga in Latvia. It's Alison Walker and Kenny Edwards
Do you want to come this way or the end?
bringing you
I like
commentary
this way. I'll throw it the same.
on this game between these two teams.
We have a long way to hit it.
Line tight. Whoa.
No! Weight's really nice.
No, never.
Okay.
Maybe a little high.
Yep, for roll out. Yep. Might as well roll out. Whoa. We're good.
Go.
And that's a great shot to
It's so sweet.
split the yellow to the side.
Charlie.
And you're red.
Unreal.
The mood in the Canadian team has certainly changed in the last couple of ends.
Sehr kurz.
Maybe just not morning people, Alison.
You do get that with sports people in general, If you're having to up your game quite early in the morning, takes a wee while to get going
Same thing.
for some.
Do you want to do this so we can roll out?
Sure.
Okay.
Same shot.
But you don't want to leave it too late and leave yourself too much to do.
Yeah. Extra. Yes. Hard.
They managed to do the same with this one. Maybe just caught too much of the yellow. Yeah, that one will drift out, so it will be replaced because of the free guard zone before roll being employed here at the World Championships.
Real close, please.
Noch eine kurze. Ja.
Stella Hayes has struggled somewhat this morning,
Whoa.
particularly with weight control.
Yes. Weiter geht jetzt. Weiter. Nur ein Stück. Nur ein bisschen.
Trying to set up a steal of two. Canada must be throwing the peel weight.
Sorry? Shouldn't say anything else.
Oh. She did.
Feel if you get the top one, it's fine.
4, 5.
Nein, 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 nein.
4.
Ja. 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 Weiter geht es. Weiter.
This one's pretty good, but that guard's really long. I expect should Rachel Holman need to come around it, she would be able to, but she's going to try and just remove it.
They don't really need to do anything fancy at this stage, do they, Kenny? It should be fairly straightforward.
Yeah, just be a matter of peeling the guards off. They are 2 up, don't need to score anymore.
Oh, bam. Still like when they take up our block for no reason.
Yeah,
Is that principle?
Warten.
2.
Warten.
1. 2. 2, 3.
Weiter geht jetzt.
Okay.
How much?
Normal? Yep.
So they're going for the shot stone rather than the guard this time.
Whoa. Yes.
Clean.
They don't want to hang around because they don't want to leave any cover or any stones in play that Germany could use to make a nuisance of themselves.
Just keep it clean. Remember, Germany need 2 here. Still have to level things up and take it into an extra end.
Gut so.
No.
Nice throw.
Yeah, so Germany with a chance to sit 2, but I think they'll maybe just throw the guard with this one.
Bitte mehr.
So crucial time for Team Germany.
Warten.
Sauber.
Just need to protect that stone in the 4-foot. If they don't, Rachel Holman will have a shot to win the game.
Wherever way
take
you
the-
like, it doesn't.
Expect they would take the in turn so that if they do pop that one a little wide, it would shave past and maybe pick the shooter in the house.
Okay, feel.
So,
Yeah.
looking at that, they're taking the out turn.
Clean up, Lou.
though. And there's nothing left for Germany but to throw this one into the house and hope for a clean miss from Rachel Homan.
Immer mehr. Ein bisschen ins Haus.
Yep, Germany up against it now. They needed two. And they don't have last stone. Andrea Sharp's final throw of this 10th end.
Whoa. Rein muss nach Küche. Whoa.
Let's get it into the house.
Yeah, put some pretty close together. And
As much as she could do, really, in this situation.
the mood is rather sombre in the German camp now. It was rather positive at the 5th end, but went a little bit flat.
Yep.
I think they know the game's up. Andrea already
Same way
packing
is
her
good.
bag.
Center line.
Same way?
Yeah.
She doesn't expect Rachel Homan to mess this one up. Last stone, 10th end from the Canadian skip.
Yep.
And should be relatively straightforward.
Yeah, nice double to win the game.
Victory for Canada. They're on to 5 wins now, 3 losses. And a decent performance from them. Final score in this first session. Canada 8, Germany 5. And well played to Canada.
Sorry, I do high fives. Alison likes waving, high fives, and hugs. Puppies and rainbows.
So, another win for Canada.
Not like a big, not a big rainbow.
Canada will move
Not a
on
big
to
rainbow fan.
5 wins.
I'm doing the over the
We have
scoreboard.
to,
Watch this, watch this.
Germany.
Oh, I was totally gonna go.
Slip to the
Yeah, to
5th
bring them
defeat of the week. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you some coverage of the Scotland-Denmark game. It was a real tight affair early on over there. But Eve Muirhead picking up 3 shots in the 7th end. They lead 7-5 in the 9th. So, final stone of the 9th. Scotland's Eve Muirhead
Line's good.
looks to be in a bit of trouble.
Line's fine. No.
Catches the guard
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hard!
and gets really, really lucky. Against 2, flicks both guards and picks up the single.
Right, if the curls past that, we're getting it anyway. Yeah. Good.
So they now
If it had curled,
lead 8-5. Denmark
would it? I think it.
applying a bit of pressure in the 9th. Things going Scotland's way. Scotland leading 8-5 over Denmark, and feeling there's no need to leave any stones around, so just throwing that one away. Denmark throw some guards up. Maria Poulsen.
Retning er
Denmark.
super. Nej, vi tager 3 først, så. Vi har sidste sten, så vi putter 2 corner op. Så I giver den bare gas. Retning er helt fint. Det er den der sten. Jeg tror også, den løber lidt langt. Kan jeg godt have en lille mistanke om. Den kører bare langt hver gang. Giv Maria.
So nice corner guard. And Scotland again feeling there's no need to get involved. And they're just going to throw this one away also. Maria Poulsen will probably be asked to draw the same side. It's a tactic that Anna Nielsen uses quite often. See most teams, the conventional way is to draw the opposite side. The problem with throwing them both the same side is you throw them tight like that, might be a chance to remove both of them, kill the game off early on. So Vicky Adams, full-time colour, looking to drive these guards off, and that was the mistake that Anna Nielsen was looking for. Leaving 2 guards in play now, so if Jena Ellegaard can draw in behind, this game is not over by any means.
Den kører nok lidt langt i det spor der. Retningen er faktisk okay. Hvis hun gider, så bare køre. Ah nej, skal hun godt nok bare i hold.
Drifting to the back ring.
Godt, Ginny.
So can Vicky make up for her earlier mistake and remove both guards?
No! No, no, no. Okay.
Vicky does remove her own red stone. And Scotland looking for a double now to make things a little easier on skip Eve Muirhead.
Så bare hele vejen. Også på retningen, ja! Pas. Ja! Skift ind. Ja! Træk Helle. Go, 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 go. Godt far. Godt spillet, Ginny.
Okay, that one is round behind the corner.
Heel.
And Scotland's Eve Muirhead asking third player, Anna Sloan, to run the guard back.
Høj! Høj!
And
Okay.
doesn't make contact. I think the straight peel would have been the shot.
Den garden, du kan gå herind, og du kan gå herover. I vil gerne have garden på?
I think we've called corner guard. Just going to try and replace it. Ella Simonsen for Denmark.
Wow! Wow! Høj!
This one's just slipping too far though.
Længere endnu, Maria.
Makes
Go,
the
go,
double
go!
really easy. Scotland can have a chance to remove 2 yellows.
No. Clean. Never, ever, ever.
Just catches the single. So not a convincing final end from Scotland.
Jeg tænker, gå ind. Ja, må du gerne. Jo, men så har du stadigvæk en inde bag centergarden.
I think Denmark maybe called the timeout. Coach interaction. Have, yep.
Vi vil også bare gerne have, hvordan vi skal spille resten af den.
Lasse Laversen.
Vi vil jo stå og juble, hvis vi lægger den åben, eller prøver at gå rundt om.
I think we'll
Vi vil spille op anytime.
see throw
Så du siger cornergarden.
the guard.
På 2 igen. Medmindre hun får fjernet det,
Ja,
ikke?
det er klart. Altså, hun vil selvfølgelig drage på et tidspunkt. Det er
Det er også det, jeg tænker. Hvis vi lægger den her nu, så skyder hun på min den første. Hvis vi lægger cornergarden, så går hun rundt på center.
So Denmark trailing by 3.
Jamen, jeg bliver vel nødt. Jeg kan vel ikke tillade mig på min første at lægge en cornerguard for den der. Hun brænder ikke, den der. Den tror jeg, der er større chance for, at hun brænder.
Den vurderer du selvfølgelig. Men vi er jo låst i begge situationer. Men start med at lægge cornerguard til tæt.
Tror jeg rigeligt?
So that's what they've called. They're going to try and throw another corner guard, protect the 2 yellows in the house.
Åh, Maria! Skift! Ja! Ja! Åh!
Denmark with only 2 wins this
Whoa!
week so far.
Ja! Åh! Godt heller.
And that will only leave Scotland the option of driving a yellow back and try and remove 1 from the scoring area.
Okay. Do you like in? I think I like out turn. Actually, no, in turn. Try this one, nose the back one. Like this. Okay. Left, Anna. Left.
There's Father
So I'm gonna
Gordon
get 2.
of Scotland's
Like the
skip
guard
Eve
plus
Muirhead. Sure, he's a little nervous right now.
Oh. Whoa! No!
just not making the double. But rolls the shooter into the 12-foot.
Ja.
So Lena Nielsen.
Ja, nu fik hun selvfølgelig lige bombet den der derover.
Again, well through the
Er der
corner,
noget,
just
du gør
protected
noget
2 yellows.
I tror på, hun kan lave den dobbelt af anytime derude.
Needs to
Så
perfectly
vi
cover
drager
them.
ikke ind nu.
Denmark struggled to really get going this week. 5 defeats so far. This one looking like it's going to over curl, and that back stone looks as if it's wide open.
Hun skyder på den bagerste.
Emuirhead will see
Pyt her.
round half stone for the win. Possible split maybe on that
Try and hold her shooter.
top yellow. That's why they're wanting to hold the shooter in the 12-foot.
Right in the nose.
So Scotland's Emuirhead looking.
Never. Whoa!
This one has a long way to curl.
Clean. Whoa, Vicky. Clean. Whoa.
Hits, rolls, and does hang around in 12-foot. All that's left for Denmark is to attempt a split on this outside yellow. You have to play this coming across the face, so that'll be the out turn for a right-handed player.
På den står i den,
So
og
that
så
you're
bare
picking
kun
the
køre det.
Yellowstone directly back. If you come into it on the in turn, you're pushing it away from the house.
Tror du, man kan?
So you want to push it down towards it.
Ja.
You have to play this so perfectly to make it.
Der skal ramme rimelig tyk på alligevel. Skal den ikke? Ja, men så er det jo meget garden curlet.
It's possibly just there, but coming the wrong handle. You need to play this coming across the face.
Okay, jeg kan godt se, hvad du mener.
So
Så jeg skulle
not
stadig ud
surprised she's
meget
not
is.
playing it across the face. So game accuracy 69%. Not convincing performance for Lena Nielsen.
Yep.
Really don't think this shot's there on the in turn. You see it
Nope.
bumps it through, and it will only be a single point, so a less than convincing final end from Scotland, but they managed to eke out the win. They win 8-6 in this one. So Coach Steve Hay, I'm sure he'll be less than convinced with that performance. But they do move on to 7-1, top of the table alongside Sweden, trying to guarantee themselves a slot in that 1-2 page game. Germany versus Canada. Sixth end.
Can I throw? No, you don't think it's quick here? Did you get
You
it?
see Canada sitting one, Skip Rachel Holman trying to draw
Line's
up
there.
against
Reach good.
two
Yeah,
yellow
that's
rocks
it.
back of the 12 foot for two. She needed all the backing
Hey, Sarah.
as this drifted to the back 12. So a score of 2 for Canada.
Floats the whole way. Pardon?
Ninth end. Germany sitting 2 against. Skip Andrea Schopp having to draw fully 4. And this one looking never in doubt.
Gut so.
And
1-1.
the game still in the balance.
Center line. Same way?
10th
Yeah.
final end. Rachel Lohman sitting 2 German rocks against. Needing a nose hit
Yep.
to remove both of them. Only needs to remove one though. But makes a good job of taking the 2 yellows out of play and would go on to win 8-5 and progress to 5 wins and 3 defeats this week.
Allison likes waving, high fives, and hugs. Puppies and rainbows.
Elsewhere, Sweden defeated Japan. Scotland winning over Denmark. And Latvia, the host nation, going down to the USA. So we take a look at the standings. It's Scotland 7-1, Sweden 7-1, Russia 5-2, Canada 5-3, and then we see Germany 3 wins and 5 defeats.
Well played, Rachel. How do you feel the team performed overall?
Really good. I mean, we bounced back really well, and apparently morning games are our thing, so we just got to keep continuing on to the afternoon.
Yeah, last night was a sore one for you, and it was important to get back on track.
Yeah, team played awesome last night, and just a couple inches here and there last night, and just kept playing the way we did last night and brought it even better today.
How far away are we from seeing you at your best, do you think?
I don't know. It's tough to tell. The ice isn't. I don't think the ice is made for 100% games out here, but you can still win games, and you can still make some really good shots. So we're just going to try and have a shot to win it in the end, and that's all we need.
And you're getting yourself into a good position now. You've got all those wins under your belt.
Yeah, we just need to keep winning, and then we'll be able to make playoffs.
Well played again. Thank you.
So from the Titlis Glacier Mountain Women's World Championships, that was Canada winning 8-5 over Germany. There's more action this afternoon, so please join myself and Alison here from the Volvo Sports Centre in Riga, Latvia. Thanks for listening.